I wanted to look at writing a class in concepts like encapsulation and information hiding as it pertains to access modifiers. So on the left side of the screen, I have a dog class, and the dog has two attributes. It's got instance variable name and breed, and it also has a constructor. Right now I have no access modifiers. The access modifiers that you need to know for the exam are public and private. If you leave off an access modifier for instance variables, for example, um, you can see them from other classes that are in the same package. So in the dog tester class, which is in the same package as dog, I have created a dog object and I can access the name and the breed. So I could change Snoopy's name to Lassie. But we may not want somebody to do that. We may not want somebody to be able to manipulate your data without a gatekeeper. And that's the idea of encapsulation and information hiding. Encapsulation means that we bundle together data and methods inside of a class that represent a certain entity. So I have instance variables. Let's also add a method for speak. And it just prints. So in our dog class, we have state, which is the data, and behavior, which is the methods. So that's all encapsulated here, but we don't want people just to access our instance variables directly. So that leads us to information hiding. So for the AP exam, you must mark all of your instance variables as private. And that means that you won't be able to access them from another class. You can see over here that my compiler is telling me that I cannot access the name. So let's say I do want to change the name, or I want to read the name perhaps. So let's create an accessor method. An accessor allows us to get information out of the object, like the name, so we can use it from another class. So in this case, I can print the dog's name by calling dog.getName. And I'll run this code so that you can see that it does print Snoopy. Now, you may want to change the name of the dog, which is okay. You probably don't want to change the breed of the dog. After all, that's pretty fixed once, once a dog's been born. So we will allow a change to the name, however. So we're going to make a set name method. It takes in a string for the name and assigns it to name. Now we can change the name of our dog. So instead of our dog being named Snoopy, Snoopy is going to have a name change, and we're going to set the name to Lassie. So when we print the dog's name, this time its name will be Lassie. So setting our instance variables to private allows us to limit access to those variables, whether you can read the variables and whether you can change the variables. I hope this helps you understand how to write a class, the uses of public and private as access modifiers, and the ideas of encapsulation and information hiding.